Hey y'all, I have been asked by a couple of people some tips on making Franken polish. I created a Franken polish that I was very proud of, so I tried my hand at making some more last night, and I have a few tips for you. I made one that was actually quite ugly, but it turned out okay. But anyway, if you're interested in making Franken polish, I have a couple little things that you might want to do. First of all, get all of your stuff together. Just go ahead and get it all together. Get everything you need together. Get the colored polishes you want. And you'll need your color polishes. You'll probably want a little bit of polish thinner. You'll need some remover. And I have my little pets. And my favorite thing that I've discovered in the whole world is the man-glazed Franken jugs. Now, the man-glazed Franken jugs are bought at manglaze.com or Amazon, and you can contact them and order a couple of Franken jugs. They're about $1.40, and what you get a wide mouth jug that's easy for pouring. And let me tell you, that's extremely important because I've learned the hard way. When you're trying to mix polishes and, get it all together, you can make a huge mess. A huge mess. So, I would highly suggest the man-glazed Franken jugs. And they also come with mixing balls. Now, I did not notice that Man-Glaze put the mixing balls in these little bags, and I was mixing a couple of them up with no balls, and I was like, wait, I know they have balls. I know they come in with balls. Come on, Man-Glaze. Man-Glaze is going to have balls. Seriously. But, of course, they were in a little bag, and I just didn't see them. So, don't forget your little mixing balls. So, you'll just put 2 mixing balls in your Man-Glaze jug. You can use other jugs. You can go to the store and buy like a cheapo, 99-cent polish. But I'll go ahead and tell you, if you buy a 99-cent polish and you just pour the polish out, you'll need to clean that polish bottle out with some remover and let it completely dry. Which is why I really like these, because these are bigger and they have the wide mouth. You don't have to worry about cleaning them and getting all the gunk out. And for about 40 cents more, you just have that extra added convenience, and you can add more different types of polishes to them. So, once you have all your supplies, it's very, very important that you are in a very well ventilated area. As you can see, I'm outside, and it is burning up hot. But last night, I was trying to mix up some, and I wound up going into the bathroom and cutting the fan on. That was not the best idea. Even though I did not notice it, my house reeked. And you do not need to be breathing those fumes. I thought the fan in the bathroom would, suck them all up, but it didn't. Anyway, so I don't need my kids breathing in those fumes, and neither do I. That's not the best idea. So if you live like in an apartment or something like that, just go to your window, open up your window, and do your mixing, at the window. But make sure you have good ventilation. Mark at Man-Glaze was like, that's not a good idea. You don't need to do that. I'm like, ooh, yeah, he might be right. A man being right. Never knew it. Anyway, but you'll want to kind of mix like light polishes together. I tried yesterday to make this funky orange. It was a disaster. I used a cream polish with all these glitters because I'm a glitter girl, and it was a hot mess. I'll tell you what, it was a hot mess. It was not good. But what I discovered is if you mix light polishes with light polishes, you get a better result. So if you're going to mix creams, you can probably mix creams with some shimmer and stuff, and you can mix it with glitter, but just be aware that the cream may overwhelm your glitter, and you'll see more cream, and it'll take over the glitter, and your glitter won't be sparkly. And if you want to mix glitter, you can mix that with like a shimmery shimmer or other glitters. And you can mix all different types of glitters. If you're going to try to use a top coat to mix your polishes to make your Frankens, make it sure it is a super thick top coat if you're going to mix glitter polishes, because really thin, watery, runny top coats, if you're going to mix them, your glitter just sinks to the bottom. It's not a good mix, and you'll have to just constantly mix it all the time. So you really need a good base coat like Sechi or something like that, something thick, posh, you know, if you're going to use that as a base. Now you can just use ready-made. You see, I don't even have a top coat in here. Mine's just straight out glitter. So, and totally cheapos, no problem. Do the cheapos. And another thing I suggest is go ahead and loosen the caps, but do not forget the caps are loosened. Because last night I went to grab a bottle and I thought the cap was on. It wasn't. It wasn't on. I poured the whole bottle out on the floor. I did. Anyway, so once you've mixed your polishes in your, container, once you mix them up, it's a really good idea to clean around the edges. Make sure you clean around the edges. Use your little remover to clean around the edges. You don't want all that gunk getting up in there. And if you use the man glazed jugs, Mark highly suggests, to make sure you do not get anything around the lid, around the lip of this, because it may cause a little bit of spilling, because, you don't want all that gunk on there anyway. So, and also, if you're interested in possibly, making Frankens and selling them, Mark does not suggest that you, ship these. If you're going to make them, and these are fantastic for mixing, man glaze, fantastic for mixing. However, he suggests that you use something else if you're going to actually try to sell your Frankens. So use a different type of polish. Just transfer this into a different type of bottle so that it doesn't leak everywhere. You don't want to sell something to someone and have it leak all over the place. You don't want to do that. So if you're going to try to sell your Frankens, go ahead, mix them up in these, which is fantastic, but transport them into a different bottle that'll have a nice, good, seal tight. So, well, that's about it. If you have a super, super thick polish, add a few drops of thinner. This was like $3 at Sally's, no problem. Mix it up. Good to go. So I really hope I get to see some people's Frankens. I think this is great. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot better to spend $1.50 on a Franken jug and use the stuff that's sitting on your freaking floor in your closet, instead of going out and buying, a whole bunch of $10 polishes. Yeah, I will buy a bunch of $10 polishes, but it'll be ones I really want. So anyway, but I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.